Hey, guys and gals, fellow preppers, fellow RVers out there. Here's RV BugOut. Back at you here. I've been taking some suggestions there. This is another update video of the design process that I'm going through here. And I'm taking some suggestions that the weight, if this was all built out of 2x4s, would be considerable. So, I'm going to take and show you what I've come up with here. I'll get rid of a few of these items here. So started out with 1/2 inch plywood to build a truss, like I've explained in the video before. This is made out of a 1/2 inch piece of plywood, a solid piece of plywood. And then there is a top and bottom plate that goes around this piece of plywood. Of course, there would be plywood all the way around this thing. So that'll allow me, instead of having to build this all out of 2x4s, which would increase the weight substantially, this will be 1/2 inch plywood trusses that I'm going to build. And those would be the completed trusses. There's going to be doubles in the front, and inside of these doubles there's actually a 2x4 inside there, inside of the double, and that's to beef these doubles up so that they'll support the majority of the structural strength. That'll be, of course, shared with these singles as well. But there's doubles for where the tank is sitting. On the ends of the tanks are doubles as well to support the weight. And again, these are all singles out throughout this end of it here. The floor joists, these aren't complete, but I've got it to a point where I can start figuring out where I need additional support for the floor and for the tanks. I was going to have this floor come straight out to the end here, or basically have a little kind of a porch deal here that you came inside. We'd have the fridge in this side and something else on that side, a little closet or something like that. I installed inside walls will be a double wall on the outside in order so I can get at least 3 inches of insulation on the outside wall, as well as the wall inside on the back side for where the sauna will be. This is a double as well. The outside wall will be a double, so I can get at least 3 inches of insulation on that outside wall. This won't be a doorway per se on the sauna side here. This back wall, this will be just a solid construction, and it'll be sheeted in with plywood. So there will be no access to the sauna from the back side, though. The stove is going to be sitting on this back side. But inside the shack itself, this will be the fridge will be sitting outside here, and on this particular side there will be a little bit of a stool here where you can sit down and take off your your muddy shoes and your wet clothing, rain gear and stuff. There's going to be a closet that hangs from the outside here. That'll be some storage for your jacket or your hat or your boots to get them out of the way or whatever. I was considering just to have you go right into the building, but one thing I found is when we lived in the RV trailer, because we did live in it there out at the lake for 3 months or whatever it was, that it was difficult to keep the little trailer clean, because I mean, even if you had mats down on the ground where he would come in, even if you were removing your shoes and stuff, helped a great deal, but it was still difficult to keep it clean. And so the less dirt you can keep from tracking inside, the easier it is. Well, you're going to have more time, less time for cleaning and more time for doing the things you want to do. So that's the reason why there's going to be a little porch on the end here. One is that you can get a little bit out of the weather, whatever, or sit and enjoy the warm summer day or something outside without having to pull out a chair or something, or that sort of scenario. But also so that you'll have an area to get rid of your shoes. There'll be a set of steps here that go up into the sauna itself. And then once you're in the sauna, the shelter part of it here, these tanks are actually going to have, there'll be a fold out that comes from the bottom of these tanks. It isn't in here yet, obviously, or a fold down. Not sure which way I'm building this yet, but if you would imagine if there was a piece of plywood here that you could flip up, now you'd have this whole surface to make a bed on. I've left, I'm just going to put these center braces and all this inner braces and stuff on here. Closes for now. I left a gap between the tank and the wall. Obviously I got to put some sheathing in here, some plywood, but also this is about 1.25 inches or so, so I can put 1/2 inch material on there and still have a 3/4 inch gap in between here, so that I could stand a piece of 3/4 inch plywood on a railed hinge that I'd be able to lift out of that slot and then fold down, which would increase this bed length. And then when it was in storage, it would slide back down in behind the bed, so that you've still got a regular sized bench that you can use for when you're you could sleep on this. I mean, this is going to be 14.5 inches, I believe this was. So, I mean, 14.5 doesn't sound like much, but there's still enough there that you can lie down there to have a nap or whatever without having to make up the bed. But also for when you're going into the sauna, you can just to have a seat on there that you can get rid of your garments and then go through the door here into the sauna and have your steamer and your shower and stuff. So again, this isn't the finished drafting, but this is getting more precise again, and I just needed to put something together so I can still consider stuff like plumbing and the heating and ducting and wiring and all this stuff that's still got to be figured all out. But this is, like in here, you can see that I've got to run, this is unsupported on the floor, you know, so I have to run another one of these in here or to support that floor truss. But again, and I'm gonna have to run another one of these underneath here to support these end walls. There's like 2 more of them of these units that I'm gonna have to put in here in order to support those end walls, and then that'll close that end off for me, basically, you know, by having 2 more of these put in here. This will be dry storage, I think. It'll be side storage that'll be accessed through the side, because there's going to be a sauna stove out here that'll be in the way, impeding any access to underneath here. But so there'll be access through the side for underneath the floor where storage will be. And then same with on this one is here, we're inside the tank itself. But there'll be storage in front of the tank as well, under the floor, in this area in here. This particular storage will be accessed from underneath that stairwell I talked about earlier. You know, there's going to be a set of stairs here that'll give you access to the upper floor, whatever you want to call it. And that set of stairs will take and flip up. They'll flip up, and that'll allow you access to underneath this storage area in here. Again, these will be all heated storage areas. The whole bottom area of this floor will be warmed, heated by that sauna stove in the front, when it's not being used as per se a sauna stove, but for heating the shelter. So these are some of the updates that I've been working on, trying to lighten things up. Like I said, these are all 1/2-inch plywood trusses now instead of 2x4, so I think I've reduced the weight quite a bit. If you guys got any suggestions or questions, let me know in the comments, and until I make the next upgrade here, which I'll keep you guys informed, and I'll see you on the next video. You guys have a good day. Alright, bye for now.